few weeks back, there was a long weekend where I spent almost all of my free time going to see live music. It began with an email from one of my favorite New York City venues, Rockwood Music Hall. Every week or two, their newsletter includes a link for a ticket giveaway, and I usually don't enter because either I know I'm too busy to go, or the shows that they're offering and the giveaways don't pique my interest as much as whatever else I have going on in a given week. Anyway, I entered one that week and I won a pair of tickets on my first try. The set I chose to attend was by the Stray Birds, and I chose it purely on a gut feeling. Well, I did read the description of all the bands that were eligible for the giveaway. I took one of my best friends with me to the show, and we absolutely loved their set. I especially enjoyed their song Best Medicine, which quickly inspired the theme and direction of this video. In seeing more than 8 bands in 4 days, while also catching up with friends new and old, I was reminded of why I love music and the arts so much. Music has always been the one thing that can comfort me when nothing else can get through. It's also one of the few things I can create myself while completely losing track of time in the process. And as is true for many forms of art, it brings people together and helps us feel that we're not going through this crazy thing called life alone. As Jared Mahoney says in this song inspired by the Belongers of Turks and Caicos in the British Virgin Islands, we all want to belong.
I know there's nothing wrong. I'm alright, going to belong. I'm alright, going to belong. I'm alright, going to belong. I'm alright.
It seems that he really is doing alright on that front, as he was a guest of Sam King's on Sam's 3-night visit to Rockwood from his new home in Germany. Here's a small piece of Sam's song, One Night Stand.
You don't start by loving me. You might think that I'm a fool. You might as well just think it too.
After a long night at Rockwood catching up with some of my favorite local artists, I made it through the workday and then on to my friend's house for the next leg of my weekend adventure. This time to the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fairgrounds for their annual Celtic Fling and Highland Games. Saturday was mostly a washout, but we did get to see a few of the Highland Games, a bit of a Kilmaine Saints set, and we had a great time tasting wine and enjoying a few beers on the tour of the brewery adjacent to the fairgrounds. The sun actually did decide to join us on Sunday, so we were able to see my favorite fling band, Scythian, play 2 sets, with a bit of almanac in between. Almanac eventually did notice the little boy playing drums on his dad's shoulders and had him join them on stage for a song or two. I wasn't close enough to get a good shot at that, but you'll just have to take my word for it when I say it was absolutely adorable. We ended our afternoon with more Scythian, a bit more beer and conversation with the brewery staff, and then picked up some fantastic barbecue for the ride home. After a good night's sleep and a short drive home, I was heading back out to meet my friend at Central Park Summer Stage for an Ingrid Michaelson concert. The Secret Someone's opened the show, and since I'd neglected to purchase their EP so far, I made sure I didn't leave the show without it. It wasn't until I listened a few times, though, that I realized how much their songs hit home for me. I won't Follow and Chase Your Shadow are anthems for anyone who has struggled to break away from the crowd and come into their own. They reinforce for me some of the things I've been working really hard to believe in and for myself. And finally, when I feel overwhelmed with life and work and all the projects I want to complete, I can listen to Ingrid remind me that sometimes all we can do is keep breathing. So, whether it's an excuse to meet up with friends and dance, a reinforcement of ideas and realizations that were a long time in the making, or comfort in the darkest moments, for me, music really is the best medicine.